Great Depression is yet to come to America, even more devastating than the 1920s and 30s. War, famine, and economic carnage will ensue on an unprecedented scale, from bankers' corruption and untold greed. It's like trying to outrun a tsunami. There will be bankers' corruption, untold financial greed, and corruption in the beginning, just like it started in 1910. It escalated all the way through till the crash. October 27th, 1929. The upcoming economic global superstorm. Never has there ever been a perfect storm in place. Harken back, Christmas. 250,000 people were wiped out in the blink of an eye with a tsunami that struck from out of the darkness and out of the blue, catching everyone unaware. The economic global superstorm that's approaching now has no forecast, no lead time. Where will you be? What will you do when it hits? Get the book, Economic Global Superstorm, by Dave DeKeesh, a professional economist. That way you'll know what to do. You'll know where to go. You'll know how to outrun a tsunami. Great Depression is yet to come to America, even more devastating than the 1920s and 30s. War, famine, and economic carnage will ensue on an unprecedented scale, from bankers' corruption and untold greed. It's like trying to outrun a tsunami.
Так, в октябре 1929 года начался тяжелейший мировой экономический кризис 20 века, который вошел в историю под именем Великая депрессия.
There will be bankers' corruption, untold financial greed, and corruption in the beginning, just like it started in 1910. It escalated all the way through till the crash, October 27th, 1929. Then ensuing environmental devastation and degradation, unsustainable growth rates of economies coming to the fore, diminishing growth rates near zero, negative growth rates, and deflation will plague a global scenario. There's going to be endemic worldwide stagflation, and then you'll see a fiscal and monetary contraction and eventual collapse. See this chilling account of the upcoming apocalypse, the Economic Armageddon as foretold in the Bible. The end times are here financially. It's coming. Read this book and you'll see how chilling and dire a scenario is in store. It is told in simple language and anyone can understand, and yet it is highly accurate from an economic standpoint. See how economic devastation will usher in the second coming. It's compelling reading, just as Armageddon was foretold in the Bible. However, the economic times in which we now live are most precarious. See what you'll be doing tomorrow only in the upcoming Global Economic Superstorm by Dave DeKeesh. And if you don't believe me, here's another economist, Mr. Faber. According to Mark Faber, the author of the Gloom, Boom, and Doom report, a global recession is all but a certainty later this year or in early 2013. That's his take from one well-respected economist after his recent appearance on CNBC's Fast Money halftime report. When he was asked what sort of odds he put on a global recession happening, the economist, famous for his ominous predictions, quickly answered, 100%. Faber's pessimism during the recent appearance on CNBC wasn't surprising for a man whose nickname is Dr. Doom. What was surprising was his level of certainty that a global recession is coming. Faber stated that there is a meaningful slowdown in India and China that many investors are missing due to the media's focus on Greece and Spain. He also worried that the wealthy may be showing signs of spending fatigue after Tiffany's reported slowing sales. There are more and more stocks that are breaking down, economic-sensitive stocks and companies that cater to the high end. That suggests to me the economy is likely to weaken and a huge asset run is likely to come to an end with significant asset deflation, according to Mr. Faber. While it is worrisome that Faber's odds of a global recession are 100%, it's hardly as alarming as the scenario laid out by another economist. Without appearing on CNBC or being known by a scary nickname, Robert Windemeyer did what Mark Faber couldn't. He accurately predicted the economic collapse that almost sunk the United States. In 2006, Windemeyer and a team of economists foresaw the coming collapse of the U.S. housing market, equity markets, private debt, and consumer spending, and published their findings in the book, America's Bubble Economy. Windemeier's outlook for the U.S. economy today makes Dr. Doom sound like Mr. Rogers. Where Faber sees a global recession, Windemeyer sees much more widespread economic destruction. In a recent interview for his newest book, Aftershock, Windemeyer says, the data is clear, 50% unemployment rates, a 90% stock market drop, and 100% annual inflation starting in 2012. When the host questioned such wild claims, Windemeyer unapologetically displayed shocking charts backing up his allegations and ended with the argument, you see, the medicine will become the poison. In this new shocking book, the upcoming economic global superstorm, you will see the perfect storm is in place now. You'll be trying to outrun a tsunami. The medicine will become the poison as we exhaust all monetary and fiscal tools that we have available to counteract such a staggering notion as worldwide deflation, coupled with stagflation and ever-escalating hyper rates of inflation, upwards of 1,500% annually, as seen in Brazil in the late 70s, as well as Germany at the end of World War II. So this is a wake-up call for those unprepared or unwilling to acknowledge the ugly truth. The country's financial rescue devised in Washington has failed miserably. Chairman Bernanke of the Federal Reserve, he's done an incredibly poor job, and now we are at our rope's end. Get the rest of the story with Economic Superstorm. The global perfect storm is on the horizon. Get it only at Arragon Publishing. And me, Dave DeKeesh.
Президент Герберт Гувер уже вставляет изредка в свои речи слово «депрессия». Оно кажется ему менее мрачным, чем слово «кризис». Но в первые месяцы кризиса правительство практически бездействует. Гувер уверен, что государство не должно вмешиваться в проблемы экономики. Рынок спасет себя сам себя вылечит и совершает роковую ошибку.
Was wir uns unter der deutschen Jugend der Zukunft wünschen, ist etwas anderes, als was die Vergangenheit sich gewünscht hat. Wir müssen einen neuen Menschen, auf das unser Volk nicht an den typischen Degenerationserscheinungen dieser neuen Zeit zugrunde geht.